I'll go for that.
Morning, everybody. 29th of May. We are Signal Centre Talking Ball. Happy Friday. I'm Joe Neighbour, joined by Ian Coleman and Steve O'Hare. Morning, guys.
Good
Morning, all.
morning.
We've made it to the end of a short
I've
week.
Yeah.
I've made it 27 years of marriage today.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Um,
Happily married 27 years.
yeah,
Morning, darling.
Still got a smile on your face.
Yeah, it's
Despite
You'll
amazing.
being
be
locked
nipping
out.
back off to make the breakfast in a minute, then, won't you?
No, I've got kids to do that now. They're going to make
Of course.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner for me today.
Perfect. You got any plans?
No, just going to sort of have I think the kids are going to dress up in tuxedos and sort of serve us wine and ribeye steaks tonight. That's what I hear through the grapevine. Hopefully they can overhear me.
You're having a day in the garden, are you?
Yeah. Not
Early gin and tonics.
Tina actually said yesterday, she said, well, have you not booked anywhere to go out to? No, I haven't. Because she always has a go at me for not putting any thought in, but got her a card.
Did you get a card? I was going to
Yeah,
say.
got a card, yeah. So, yeah.
Well done, mate.
Did you make
risk
it yourself?
risk life and limb to get a card. She did sort of suggest make one myself. And so I just thought I'd rather risk life and limbs. Yeah, so...
Any flowers?
The kids got some flowers.
Standard, isn't it? Standard anniversary gift.
Yes, yeah. After 27 years, all this sort of like, thankfully, the sort of like cost seems to go down a little bit. Yeah. I know in the early days when I was doing all right, and we didn't have any kids to worry about, it was spending fortunes.
Holidays.
Yeah, holidays, jewellery, all that. Now we've pawned it all off.
Yeah. How was the market yesterday, gents? I wasn't.
Yeah.
A bit sort of subdued in the morning, then a bit sort of choppy, then it was risk on, and then obviously really late on. Yeah, it was risk off.
Back off again.
Seems to be a theme lately that we're getting a sort of risk off moves later in the day, or with the US closing overnight.
Well, it was. Yeah. It was all news driven, when it Beijing and enforcing this new law, and then Trump having a little.
Have we got an update on the news? What is the latest on that?
Trump's speaking today, and he's got making a statement on it today. So everyone's sort of like glued to the news wires.
And he's also having a. Yeah, I think he will be, or it might be about. He might go in another direction, but he's having a go at Twitter as well, isn't he? Which is quite funny.
He's shut his account down. Do us all a favour, shouldn't they?
Because they're now not monitoring, but they're what are they doing? They're sort of
censoring.
Yeah, censoring his tweets.
Are they? Nice one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a dangerous game to play.
Fake news.
Yeah. So let's have a look what it actually said on the thing. I'll get it up in a sec.
I think we sort of triggered quite a few trades yesterday. What about 13 trades?
What was our overall?
I think overall it might have been small up. The account missed a couple, but did okay on Euro Yen. Obviously, I mentioned that because that was one of mine. Euro Yen, dollar Swiss did okay. New Zealand dollar.
Euro Oz did that do okay?
Euro Oz did okay until the last hour. No, it didn't. It was stopped out. Yeah, but last hour it just sort of like had that move, but just stopped it out.
The commodity currency calls could have been, if they'd run overnight, would have been very nice. But they got in late on that. Like I said, the move to the downside didn't really start until 8 o'clock. So there was small up at 9 o'clock, and then would have been decent up this morning. But
looking at that Euro Oz. It wasn't sort of like a full stop at 9 o'clock. That sort of happened. It's fully stopped out at 10 o'clock. We've got on our sort of account, it sort of like should have been stopped at 160. Oh no, am I in the right one? Euro was 166.
92.
92.
Yeah.
But somehow our system
went on that, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Did we? Where did we move it to? It wasn't in the P&L. Where did we move it to?
I don't know. I'll talk to you about it in the morning. We're just having a casual chat now, aren't we? I talked to you about it in the morning. I said, should we move these stops? And you said, yes, I'll do it. So,
well,
we'll go back and have a look. It's not a problem. Okay, so
Euro Aussie adjusting stop. Sorry, entry 166.73.
Oh right, okay. So I'll adjust that for you, Joe.
I'll do it now. I'm in there.
Yeah, but overall, it sort of was a small up on the day with after 13 trades. Bit of a mixed bag, really. Stopped out on Nasdaq in the afternoon. Copper again sort of had that spike up and sell off. So yeah, a few things to.
Dollar took a dive, didn't it? But then it looked like it's recovering a bit today.
Up 1.8 R on the day across 12 trades.
Okay, all right, that'll do, donkey.
Euro yen.
What about our talking bull? How to be doing that?
Next.
Yeah,
it's just proper choppy, isn't it? Well, month end as well, so you're going to get obviously a bit of craziness and choppy positions. There was a lot of data out yesterday, and I think we've got another glut of it again today.
I think we'll go sideways until Trump gets out of bed.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah, I mean,
he's
definitely going to cause a market reaction. The interesting one I'm looking at is Euro Sterling at the moment.
Up some.
Is it shared? Yeah. So here we go on a daily chart. We've sort of we've got this 90 level, quite psychological level, obviously. Breaking above there, we'll put some fibs on here, just get an indication of the levels we're looking at. 90.80 is a 50% retracement of this down move from March to April. So yeah, I think we sort of stalled in front of this level over the last week. We've sort of stalled a couple of times and broken through this morning. So we're on that, and that's the trade idea I was posting. I'm going to do probably that might as well do that in the gun to the head challenge as well.
Okay.
So yeah, that's really the only one I'm really sort of looking at. I got hit on a few bids overnight on the indices, and they're not looking as clever as I'd like them to. The stop is below this swing low in the Aussie 200. Not sort of too happy with that. This was Dow yesterday, the trade idea by 25,400, which worked really nicely to start with, rallied 120, 130 ticks. But then sort of came off later after midnight. But we sort of managed to close slightly in profit at 9 o'clock, so that was okay.
What are you thinking of these indices? Looking at CAC, I saw Ian posted that today. Potential little head and shoulders top on that.
Yeah,
and the Euro stocks as well.
Yeah, and the sort of almost FTSE as well. Probably potential double top in FTSE. I'm selling a break of this. If we break 61.35, then I'm getting short. Yeah,
it's got a 161.8% fib as well.
Yeah, so
47.93, I think it is.
That's why I don't obviously like the ASX 200. Feel like I'm going to get stopped out of that. But
I think it's going to be risk off today.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. Someone else can take over because I'm.
Ian, you looking at anything? You got the charts?
I'm still looking at. Well, I'll talk about this briefly. Yeah, I mean it's different time frame. A little bit messy. So it broke out this channel. So if you remember a long time ago, we were talking about all this mixed and volatile trading, whether or not it was going to be a triangle formation that had a bias to break to the downside, or a channel formation that had a bias to break to the downside. We've broken to the downside, but levels around here, which is previous swing low, 98.27, of finding some buying interest there. You might get a little retest of the breakout level intraday. Obviously, if you take all of this off, you could sort of turn around and say there could be scope for a larger correction, and it's probably a descending triangle formation. But at the moment, I think that Marabuzzo level from yesterday, previous, and that reverse trend line resistance, and that previous swing low will probably cap any buying. And looking at euro dollar again, sort of, it's not really a decent fib, but you've got a 261.8% fib here, so there might be just a little scope for maybe some dip buying. Again, Marabuzo level, little swing high, an ABCD formation's not seen up until there. But the ones that I'm really concentrating on again today are just the yen crosses. I just like this risk off. That's just broken a wedge formation to the downside. So we should have just been triggered in sterling yen.
Yeah,
Sterling's getting his ass kicked across the board by the looks of things.
Aussie yen. Let's have a look. This a little different time frame here. We tried to get short of this little swing high, and then it's moved to the downside. I don't know if intraday you're just going to form a little bit of a head and shoulders. New Zealand yen we've talked about for quite a while, and again that was sort of our entry level yesterday, and we've seen a decent move to the downside. So I'm still looking for that risk off. But if I look at this chart, which is Aussie New Zealand, where are you? Which one was I looking at? That's the question. Here. It should be daily. So we've got a 261.8% fib up here, and this could be like a mighty big channel. So a move back lower to form a right shoulder. So out of all the, because I want to get short of a commodity pair. So out of all the commodity currencies, I should really be shorting Aussie dollar. So today I'm going to be, am I doing it now?
Do it now. Go on.
Can do it if you want.
So I'm looking at Aussie yen. I think that's just a mighty big wedge formation as well. When you look at this, it all choppy upside. Doji. I think rallies will be limited. So into
had
this.
A hell of a squeeze though, hasn't it? I've been trying to short that.
Yeah.
It feels like weeks just getting completely chopped up.
And again, I mean, this isn't really a head and shoulders, is it? Because it's not at the top of a trend. But these sort of impulsive moves down, and then that's a free wave correction. So as far as sort of Elliott wave's concerned, 1, 2, and back, this choppy correction higher. So I think the upside is going to be limited. So I will get short. I haven't got a clue about target yet. I suppose put a fib on it. Shouldn't really say that, should I? Got a clue about a target.
Who cares about the target? It's just going to carry on going forever, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Until it's par.
Is this your come to head?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going in.
I'm going in. And I'll have it just above there. 6R. 71.34, 70.13, 71.54. Come on, Trump. You've got to be in it to win it.
Come on, Trump.
Let's just have a quick recap on yesterday because we've glossed over that, and probably for good reason. I got stopped out on New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar for a 1-hour loss. Choppy price action there. Steve, you were stopped on euro dollar. Ian, you managed to cling on just to New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen. I mean, possibly may have caught the spread there if we'd been trading that live, but
no, I said overnight it would have been lush.
Yeah, so 0.19R loss, but what that does, more importantly for you, is put you on the top of the leaderboard.
Way!
Get in there.
Another 6R today.
So a little bit of a dip in our overall P&L, bit of a drawdown over the last couple of days. I can't catch a winner at the minute, it would seem. I've not made any progress really since then, which was, what date? 15th of May, so 15 days of struggling. Steve, you're still on a nice upward trend, and Ian's just taking the lead slightly. So we'll see what happens.
Champers tonight, then.
Yes. Well,
it's almost looks like
at 9 o'clock. Don't pop the cork until 9 o'clock.
Yeah, that almost looks like 3 moving average lines. That does. When there's sort of like the envelope, sort of like it's crossed over on the. So Joe is crossed below Ian, and then he's going to cross below me.
By Ian,
it's alligator, isn't it? When you put about 10 of them on.
Yeah, something like that.
They don't work either.
A couple of charts just to talk about some commodities. Gold yesterday we sold around about 17.26, I think, yesterday, and it pretty much capped the upside, but it didn't really go anywhere. Had a little brief move down around about 6 o'clock, but then come 9 o'clock close, it was sort of a bit higher.
17.20, wasn't it? Yeah.
So I've got us trapped in this channel at the minute. If we break to the upside, then that would suggest we're probably going to see a risk-off move, as Ian mentioned that we may see, and that may be triggered by Trump later on today. I'm actually looking to buy a dip down towards support there at 1701. We've got a Fibonacci level, and we've also got 1703 support level, which I've highlighted. So looking to buy a dip there if possible. Looking at oil, got chopped about in that yesterday. Bit of a sideways price action, as you can see here. I've got a channel on there, so looking to buy a dip on that as well today, but not wholly convinced. I think more choppy price action to be seen on that in the short term, so careful there if you're trading oil. In terms of my gun to the head, I did have something, I just can't remember what it was. Oh, that was it. Euro Stocks 50. Not something I've traded before on the gun to the head, but this is the 60-minute chart, and I've got a little head and shoulders potentially taking place. It hasn't broken the neckline at 30.51.5 yet, so but I'm going to go with it anyway. So we're going to go in at 30.54.5. Going to target 2,997 with a stop at 3,075, so 2.75 R on that one today. Hopefully it will start accelerating if it does break that neckline at 30.51.5.
I would say good luck, but good luck.
Well, yeah, we can both win, but you'll still be ahead because you've got 6R on that one, so we shall see.
We will.
Steve, what you got?
I'm tempted to go with this euro sterling trade. Or shall I sell sterling?
Oh.
No, I don't really want to sell sterling.
It's already had a big move, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to go with getting short footsie now. Then we're going risk off. Let's have it, especially with Trump risk sitting in the background, already on the tweet button. I'm looking really to celebrate on the.
He's now using Facebook. He's not using.
Oh, he's moved.
You got a friend request. You got a friend request him.
So I'm getting short 61.37. I'm going to let's keep the stop really tight. Get a nice one out of here. 7, and I'm going to go for a 60.37 target, which would bring his 5R. There we go.
Cool.
It's old footsie.
So we're all back in risk off today then.
Yeah.
So obviously we've got Trump. I'm not sure we're on timings on that. If there's any sort of specific time he's going to be talking.
I had a hunt around for it, couldn't find it.
Okay. So before that, we've got Eurozone inflation at 10. The previous reading saw growth of 0.3%, so keeping an eye out on that. We've then got US personal income and spending at 130. Then we've got Canadian GDP at 130 as well. Chicago PMI at 245, and then Michigan consumer confidence at 3 p.m. So the data yesterday, how was the GDP? So that was revised to an annual rate of minus 5% in the US, and the jobless claims declined to 2.12 million.
Right.
Which was the lowest reading for 10 weeks, although claims have been above the consensus forecast for the past 11 weeks in succession.
So they've lost 40 million jobs since the start of this lockdown. 40 million jobs.
The market's just off the all-time high.
Yeah, weird one.
It is a little bit. Okay, anything else happening today? I'm not around, so you guys are going to be covering the controls again.
Kicking off in America, obviously, after the death of that George Floyd in Minneapolis.
I haven't seen the footage.
No, you know what?
My son's seen it.
Yeah,
it's hideous.
It's quite hideous, and I didn't really want to watch it, but it has been sort of explained to me by a few people. Not very nice. Well, awful, fucking dreadful. So, yeah, you're getting a lot of reaction over there, and I think the army have been brought in. Yeah, the army have been brought in. So, not unrest on the streets, obviously, not good.
That's all you need at the moment as well, isn't it? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, amazing, isn't it? Yeah. So, That's me. I'm sort of like thinking I'm jumping 5R today. Just sort of like feels good. I'm actually going to get on that. Let's do it.
Lovely. All right, let you get on with that then, guys. Have a great Friday and weekend, and
Yeah,
we'll catch
have a good
you
time.
all next
Cheers.
week. See you later.
Enjoy.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.